Hello again, everybody. I'm Chris Mooneyham from the Touchdown Club of Atlanta, 680 The Fan, and of course from the NFHS Network. Thanks for joining us this week for the TCA All Sports Report. Well, yeah, again, thanks for joining us, everybody. Here's hoping you and yours have a very happy, safe Halloween weekend. It is going to be some kind of weekend across the state of Georgia, collegiately, in the National Football League. Yours truly going to be very, very busy. I've got a play-by-play, Mount Perrin and Mount Zion, in a game that's going to determine the division champion in Region 6 of the 1A private classification. I'll be on the play-by-play, 680 The Fan. Make sure you join us. Then on Saturday, I'll be out at Holy Innocents calling the 1A, 2A, 3A volleyball state championships. If you want to come out and join us, make sure you do so. If you'd like to see 4, 5, and 6A, go over to visit them at Marietta High School. And then, of course, Sunday, the Bud Light NFL Sundays on 680 The Fan. Make sure you check it out if you haven't had the opportunity to see it. Yours truly, I'm joined by home team Brandon Leak from 1 to 4. And then Nick Cellini and Ovi Mahaley will go from 4 to 7. We'll be bringing you live updates, but not just live updates via Carlos Medina and the crew inside the studio. We'll also be bringing you the audio of said touchdown scores, big plays from across the country, kind of like Red Zone on your DirecTV, except for the audio on 680 The Fan every Sunday beginning at 1 p.m. All right, time to take a look at our TCA back lineman and coach of the week this week. And we start with Quaderman Sloan, a 5'9", 170-pound running back from Drew High School. The senior Titan, rushed 23 times for 324 yards and 3 scores in their victory over Mundy's Mill. Actually, pardon me. Yes, 36-26 was the final. They did beat Mundy's Mill in that ball game. A very, very important ball game inside of Region 4, Division A, in the 5A classification, as each of those teams push for a playoff spot coming up here in just a few weeks. Sloan has great speed and elusiveness, because there can be a difference there, whether it be from a single back set or on special teams. They'll toss it out to him every once in a while. Opposing teams having the darndest of times trying to corral Quaderman Sloan, the Drew Titan, at 5'9", 170. The senior is our back of the week. Our lineman of the week, a kid I know really, really well, Marquez Daniels, a defensive lineman, plays a little offensive line from time to time, from the Mays Raiders. At 6 foot even, 250 pounds, this is a kid who doesn't have a lot of scholarship offers out there, if any, really. But let me tell you something. As somebody who's been watching high school football and evaluated talent for 20 years, I must implore upon you, if you are a talent evaluator out there, if you are a coach, you got to give this kid a look. He's got a great, great motor. He's got a great passion for the game, and he really will play his tail off for you. In a resounding 41-0 victory over Banneker, Daniels was incredible on the interior. He had 7 tackles, 5 of which were for a loss, 2 sacks, and a quarterback pressure. Now, not the most gaudy of numbers, but what matters the most is that he did it with some guys that were a little bit beat up on the defensive line with him, and most of that action came early in the ball game as his team was trying to pull away from Banneker. When you see Marquez, a co-captain for the Raiders, on tape or live on the field, you see the relentless motor. He's got a good push. He's a combo guy that can get a good bull rush on somebody. Marquez Daniels, this week's lineman of the week. Our coach of the week is Adam Clack from West Forsyth. Clack took over for one of the great coaches inside of this state, and West Forsyth, although in a little bit of a dip over the last few years, really, in all essence, has not missed a beat. And they're contending for a region championship again, or at the very least a playoff berth here in 2015. And his team pulled off a thrilling victory over one of their arch rivals and one of the favorites coming into the last couple of weeks to win that region championship, South Forsyth, in a game that ended 38-34 for the home team. This game ignited the passions of both schools across multiple sports and Forsyth County. The buildup was highlighted by a college game day-like show, a rap battle, and other festivities that all stemmed from the passionate student body between West and South Forsyth. And all of this started back in September, by the way. It all started back in September. The game lived up to the hype, featuring a fourth quarter comeback with West down by 10 with 9 minutes to play. A go-ahead touchdown with 3 minutes left and a defensive stop after South was driving, that coming on the final play of the game. For a great game, a great team effort, and a great result, a mighty important one, Adam Clack, the head coach from West Forsyth, is this week's TCA Coach of the Week. We want to remind you to join us at touchdownclubofatlanta.com. That's touchdownclubofatlanta.com for a full schedule of our get-togethers, our banquets, our speaking engagements moving forward in the season. We still have a couple of dates left at the College Football Hall of Fame and one more date remaining at 103 West in Buckhead. Until next week, I'm Chris Mooneyham for the TCA All Sports Report.